To location and extent, few hints and the flags of two countries are given below. Using them, identify these two countries. You can easily identify one of them and hope you can easily identify the other two. Cluisel, the second largest populated country in the world, famous for spices in the world. Cricket is a popular sport here. Famous for samba dance. Known as the coffee pot of the world. Football is a very popular sport here. 9 Name of the country: Republic of India. Name of the capital: New Delhi. Location, extent, and boundaries: India is located in the northern and eastern hemispheres of the earth. It is located in the southern part of the Asian continent. With the help of figure 2.1, find the extent. Make friends with maps of the mainland India. Fill in the degree values in degrees in blank spaces: degree 4 and 2, degree 6 and latitudes and between, degree 7 E2, degree 25 E longitudes. Indira Point is the southernmost tip of India. It is located on 6 degrees 45 minutes north parallel. Observe figure 2.1. Identify the countries and water bodies around India and complete the table in your notebook. 680 E 720 760 800 820 30 840 889 20 960 1000 Afghanistan 360 India and Jammu Political and Index Kashmir International Boundary Haryana Punjab Pakistan 320 Himachal China State Boundary China Pradesh National Capital Chandigarh Unaith Tanrata DNH Dadra and Nagar Haveli DD, Daman and Diu Pi, Puducherry H Mizoram 280 New Delhi Rajasthan 240 IN 230 30 NUT Tar D Nep Prad Eshial Sikkim Bhu 10 as AR Unikal Prades MS Nagaland Bihar A Meghalaya Bangladesh Manipur Jharkhand West Tripura Tropic of Cancer Gujarat Madhya Pradesh Bengal Myanmar Chhattisgarh Daman 200 Diu, DD, DD Silvasa DNHMAHARASHTRAODIS Hanu More I. India, C160 Telangan Adeshinam, Pi. Bay of Bengal Goa and Dhra Narkondam I. India, Arabian Andaman Karnataka 120 Puducherry Mahe, Pi. Karaikal, Pi. Baran I, India, Tamil Nadu and Ni Kober, India, Kerala, India, Iceland's 80 200 400 600 Sri Lanka kilometers INDEN 40 OCEN figure 2.1, India 10 Indira Point Sumatra, Indonesia, directions east northwest south neighboring countries /sea/oceans name of the country, Federative Republic of Brazil name of the capital, Brasilia location, extent, and boundaries. Some part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere while most of it lies in the southern hemisphere. Also, it lies in the western hemisphere in the northern part of the South American continent. With the help of figure 2.2, find the extent of the mainland Brazil. Fill in the degree values in blank spaces, degree 15 and 2, degree 45 S latitudes and between 2, degree 47 W2, degree 48 W longitudes. Observe figure 2.2. Identify Brazil's neighboring countries and oceans. Fill in the chart given below in your notebook. Directions northwest southeast neighboring countries/oceans make friends with maps. Figure 2.2, Brazil 11 Historical background, India was under the British rule for almost 1.5 century. India got its independence in the year 1947. Despite facing several problems like 3 wars, famine situations in various parts and similar issues after independence, India is a major developing country of the world. India is considered to be a global market too. Because of various economic reforms from time to time, India's economic development has paced up. The proportion of youth in India's population is high. As this forms a major part of a working population, India is looked upon as a young country. Historical background: Brazil for more than 3 centuries, Brazil was under Portuguese rule. Brazil gained its independence in 1822. From 1930 to 1985, for more than a half century, it was under a populist military government. It has overcome global financial difficulties in the late 20th century. Brazil is seen as a contributor to economic growth of the world and an important market in the future. Make friends with maps. Show the following elements in Fig 2.3. L. Name all the continents and oceans of the world. L. Color Brazil and India using different colors and name them. L. Draw equator on the map and write its value in degrees. L. Show the symbol for direction. Colors of both. Answer the following questions with respect to the countries that you have studied. Out of the countries that you have colored, which country is larger in size? Which country has a larger latitudinal extent? How do the locations of Brazil and India differ in terms of their positions in their respective continents? How many states does each of the two countries have? Draw the flags of these countries in your notebook. Obtain information regarding the emblems of both the countries. Figure 2.3, World Outline Map 12. Give it a try. F. Find the difference between post-independence characteristics of India and Brazil. F. The imperial power which ruled Brazil also ruled a part of India. Find out when that part of India achieved independence. Do you know? L. We celebrate our Independence Day on August 15th, whereas Brazil celebrates her Independence Day on September 07. L. India has federal parliamentary republic type of government, whereas Brazil has federal presidential republic type of government. L. The name Brazil comes from pau Brazil, a local wooded tree. Exercise Q1. Are the sentences right or wrong? Rewrite the wrong ones. A. Brazil is mainly located in the southern hemisphere. B. Tropic of Capricorn passes through the middle of India. C. The longitudinal extent of Brazil is less than India. D. Equator passes through the northern part of Brazil. E. Brazil has a coastline along the Pacific Ocean. F. Pakistan is a neighboring country to the southeast of India. G. The southern part of India is called peninsula. Q2. Answer in brief. A. What problems did Brazil and India face after independence? B. How are Brazil and India different from each other in terms of location? C. Describe the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India and Brazil. Q3. Select the correct option. A. India's southernmost point is known as 1. Lakshadweep, 2. Kanyakumari, 3. Indira Point, 4. Port Blair. B. These two countries in South America do not share their border with Brazil. 1. Chile Ecuador, 2. Argentina Bolivia, 3. Colombia French Guiana, 4. Suriname Uruguay. C. Both the countries have. Type of government, 1. Military, 2. Communist, 3. Republic, 4. Presidential. D. Which of the following shapes show the coastal part of Brazil correctly? 2. I. 3. 4. E. Which of the following shapes show the coastal part of India correctly? 3. 4. I. 2. F. Considering hemisphere, which shape correctly represents the hemisphere in which India lies? N. I. 2. N. 4. 3. SNS. G. Considering the hemisphere, which correctly represents the hemisphere in which Brazil mainly lies? S. I. 2. NN. 4. 3. SNS 13.3. Physiography and drainage. Figure